Hey there, this is Red, and it's time to finish up an episode of Red Plays. So I started a part of Enchanter's game, and I got about halfway through, and now we're looking to wrap up the game at this point in time. So I've been doing Pilot Joe versus Tanya, and I got the new East Quest Enchanter set that came out, along with some of these nice mats and tokens and things like that. So we're about halfway through the game. I'm not sure who's really winning this one at this point in time. So Pilot Joe's got a pretty nice set of items out there. He has this one that's going to give him +1 victory point for each defense that he has, but he doesn't have a ton of defense out there yet. Maybe he can come across some more. We'll see. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points there, so not a ton, and he's got -2 right there. If we go over to Tanya's side of the board, she's kind of locked herself in with this great armor that's pretty nice, but she's got this Eye of the Tiger where you can take away a defense or an attack and get +3 of the other. So she's been leveraging her great armor's massive defense to take a bit of it away in order to do an attack. So that's been working out pretty well for her. She's definitely has more victory points than Pilot Joe has. If we look over here, she's got 3, 7, 8, 9. So she's got a lot more victory points. Plus, she's completed a couple of the quests, which give her victory points also. Oh, I forgot about that. The spiked armor gives her +1 attack, so I should be getting another attack. I've been totally spacing this whole time. Oh, okay, anyway. She has more victory points, but she also has more wounds, where Joe is at 2, she's at 7, so she's got more negative victory points. While she has more victory points, she has more negative victory points. All right, so we're getting ready to start off the second half of the game. Tanya just finished up. It's Pilot Joe's turn. All right, so what Pilot Joe is looking at, he's got a problem in that he's got no money right now. So he could fight the Goblin, which he has 1, 2, 3, 4 attack. So he's got a lot of attack, and he's got 2 defense. So he could definitely take out the Goblin, but he's going to take a couple of damage if he does that. I think resting, because resting is going to get him 4 tokens, and I think that is his best play right now. So he's going to take a rest. That's going to get him 4 money because he needs to be kind of able to move down up and down that track a little bit because it costs money to do things on the track there. So he's going to take a rest. He gets 4. So he has right now, because he has this of darkness out there, it says after using a rest, deal 1 damage to other players. So even when he does that, he gets to do a little bonus there, damage. And then I think that's it. All right, when you take a rest, the first card from the journey track goes away, pushing everything down. That way the game keeps moving forward, even while people are resting. All right, then it's Tanya's turn. So what's Tanya looking at? Tanya's got that. Well, now we got to remember she's got 1 more attack there. So she's got 3 attack and 5 defense. And then she can use her Eye of the Tiger to make that 4 defense and 6 attack, which is really good. Now, there's the ogre out there that does double damage, but he's worth 5 victory points. Then the question is, am I going to be able to heal enough to make that worth it? So actually, one thing to think about is he only takes 1 to hit, and I can actually use my Eye of the Tiger in a different way where I give up 1 of my attack and I get +3 defense. So let's do it that way. So we will, normally we've got 1, 2, 3 attack and 5 defense, but I can give up 1 of my attack and increase me up 3 defense, which puts me at 2 and 8, and I can take on the ogre. Now if we take a look at the ogre says deals double damage. So when he deals double damage, which that means is if any of the attack gets through, it does twice as much damage, but since none of the attack is getting through, we don't have to worry about it. So awesome. That's a lot of victory points. And we didn't take any wounds for it, so totally worth it. All right, everything's going to move down 1. And it didn't cost us any money. That just seemed like a huge win there. Still haven't seen any of the dragons. All right. We're going over to Pilot Joe's turn. So Pilot Joe's got money now. He can do things. He can move down the track. He also has, let's see here, there's that pickaxe out there, which gives it a defense and an attack. That's kind of a nice card there. That kind of feeds into his +1 victory point for each defense that's out there. He's got 4 attack right now and 2 defense, so he could take out the pirate. He can't take out, the samurai. I've been moving the samurai down the track, and the samurai is a bit special. He says the monster does not move down the journey track, so he should actually stay right there. All right. Now, what do we got? So we've got 4 attack and 2 defense. Do I want to go after the pickaxe? I think we want to go after the pickaxe. So he's going to spend 1. We're going to get the pickaxe. All right. He's going to move down, except for the samurai doesn't move down. Oh, we've got a dragon. Black dragon. Finally a dragon. +1 and 1 attack, 1 heart and 1 attack for every 5 damage you've taken. Oh. So Tanya definitely wants to get the dragons because she's got a bonus for killing dragons. But she has to get pretty far down there in order to go after him. So she's only got 2 right now, so that doesn't do her much good. So she could go all the way down to the Ronin. The Ronin has 2 attack and 2 defense. So let's reset ourselves back to our standard, which is 2 or 3 and 5. All right, that's our normal. So we could take out the Ronin. We could pump up and take out the pirate. And that wouldn't cost us any money. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to use our, where to go? We're going to use our Eye of the Tiger. So we're going to go down 1 defense, and then we go up 3 attack. So we're at 6 and 4. We're going to take on the pirate. So the pirate has an immediate effect, which says take 2. We're going to take 2. 1, 2. I'm going to steal 1 from another player. So we're going to take 1 from the only other player that's out there. And we also have the, after resolving an immediate effect, heal 1. So we get 1 better. All right, we get to add the pirate to our stack. I'm going to move these down. But not the samurai. Oh, we've got another samurai. Okay. So over to Pilot Joe. What's Pilot Joe doing? So let's see here. He's got 2, so we could go down here to the captain, who's worth 5. And then it has after defeating a monster, take 1, but takes 8 to defeat. He doesn't have, he's only got 4. No, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, he's got 5 attack and then 3 defense right now. So in order to get to 8 attack, you would need to spend 2 to get that far. And then, does he have anything that's going to get him that kind of attack? No, I don't think so. He could get up to 6 because he could heal. He could get another +1 attack there by discarding that card. So he could get up to 7. He can get pretty close. I don't think he can quite get there. All right, so he could take on the Ronin. If he takes on the Ronin, that sets him up. Well, he's got a Ronin right here where he could potentially use it later. And he wouldn't take any damage if he does that. I think we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and we'll take on this Ronin right here. We'll spend 1 and take the Ronin. All right, so everything's going to move down, except for the samurai. All right, then we're over to Tanya. Now, Tanya would like to kill dragons because she gets 3 victory points for every dragon that's out there. So let's see if she can figure out either of these two would be great for her to defeat. So let's see if we can figure out a way in order to make that happen. So by default, she has 1, 2, 3 attack and 5 defense. All right, so she has 3 attack, not enough to kill that guy, would be enough to kill the dragon. Oh wait, sorry, 3 attack is not enough to kill the dragon. She would have to do her conversion, where she takes away a defense, and that would crank her up to 6 attack. But the dragon's going to have a +1 for every 5, so he's going to have +1. He's going to do +1 damage and have +1 health, so we need to get up to 7. She does have an ability that's right here that says pay a crystal for 1 attack, so she could help with that. I also have a pay a crystal for 1 defense there. So she could make it happen. I think she is going to try to make that happen because that's 11 victory points. That's just massive. Maybe she can do some healing afterwards. So this dragon's at 7 and 6 right now because he's +1 and +1. So let's see if she can get up to 7. So the first thing she's going to do is she's going to have to pay 2 to go after the dragon. All right, and then she needs to get up to 6. So we need to get up to 6 kind of first. So we're going to do our Eye of the Tiger. So we're going to go down 1 and up 3. So we're up to 6. We need to get to 7. In order to get to 7, we're going to pay 1 here to get an attack. So we're up to the 7 that we need in order to kill the dragon. Now we need to talk about defense. Right now we're at 4, and he's doing potentially 2 more attacks. So I can spend 1 to get an additional defense there. So we're up to 5. So we're still going to take, he's doing, what's he doing? He's doing 5, 6. So he's got 6. So we're going to take 8 points of damage. That's not too bad. And we get the dragon, which is a massive 11 victory points. That's a pretty good win. Pretty happy with that. All right, and she gets +3. She gets 3 for every dragon, so that's like 14 victory points. All right, so Tanya's done. We're going to move stuff down. Not the samurai. All right, we're over to Pilot Joe's turn. Pirate Joe did not like that because that hurt. That's a lot of victory points. He's got to figure out how to stop Tanya at that point in time, either have her take a lot of damage. Now, admittedly, that's a lot of victory points, but he's got only 2 and she's taken 8 over there. So she's got a lot more negative victory points at this point in time. All right, so what's he doing to try to mitigate some of this? He can only go 1 deep in the stack, so he can only go after the captain, which is 8 attack. So he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's got 3 defense, so he could defend all of it. But that 8 attack, he needs to have 8 attack to take him out. You can discard that for +1, discard that for +1, have another player heal for +1. Is that worth it? I don't know that it is worth it. So we could get the ambidexterity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's really close to the Master Enchanter if he gets 5 and 5. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to rest. So if he rests, he's going to use this rest. So he's going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what's going to happen is after using a rest, deal 1 damage to other players. So we're going to give Tanya some more negatives over there. I'm going to stack them up. And then because we rested, we're going to get rid of the lowest card on the journey track and slide things down. All right, so we're over to Tanya's side. What's Tanya going to do? Wow, she's just living off of the high of taking that dragon out. That was an awesome move. All right, she's only got one, so she can only go down to the goblins right there. But there's the captain there. And so right now she's at 1, 2, 3 attack, and 5 defense. All right, so she would need to get up to 8 in order to take out that captain, which she could get up to 6, but then she'd have to pay money to get further than that, and that's not gonna happen. She could spend 1 and go take out that goblin, and that would be a fairly easy one to do. And that would let her steal the money back from... Yeah, I think she's going to do that. So she's going to spend 1, which is going to allow her to go after this goblin here. Now she needs 1, and then if she has 4 defense, she blocks all the damage, which she has. She has 5 defense. So this goblin's going to come out. The goblin has an immediate action of steal 1 from a target player. So we're going to steal 1. And then when I do an immediate action, I get to heal 1. So we're going to get rid of one of those wounds. All right, things are going to move down. And I kind of need to move... Let's see if I can move Tanya's board here down a little bit. There we go, we're not off the screen. Just barely, okay. There we go. We'll move Pilot Joe down a little bit too, just so we match. Okay, there we go. I was running out of room. Too many monsters, too many things defeated there. She's doing too good. All right. So what's Pilot Joe going to do? He's got 4 out here. Really would like to take out that captain because there's a lot of points there. The other thing would be he could rest again, which would take the captain off the board. And he's then giving damage over to Tanya, which is kind of nice, actually. The other options are he could go up to 4 deep, so he could go here with his 5 attack and 3 defense. He can't take out the samurai. Does he want of the rat? So if he gets of the rat, let's see here. After taking monsters, I would get him some resources after defeating monsters, which would be kind of cool. Actually, I think what he really wants to do is rest and get that cannoneer out of the way, because the fear then is that potentially Tanya gets him, and that's not good. So he's gonna rest, which is gonna get him 4, and that 4 more. After using rest, deal 1 to another player. So give Tanya yet another wound, and this cannoneer is gonna go out of the way. All right, move all this down. Oop, sorry, samurais don't move yet. Ooh, and a red dragon comes out. Okay, so we're over to Tanya's turn. What's Tanya looking at? So we've still got our 3 attack and our 5 defense. The red dragon has 7 to take him out. We'd have to get that far down the track. That's pretty far down the track. And we're running out of money. So it looks like Tanya's probably gonna need to rest. Downside is after using a rest, I'm gonna take a damage because of the great armor. But I think she needs to do it in order to get some mobility going there. So let's see here. She's gonna take a rest, which is gonna get her 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it says what I can do is I could unbury any of my items, but the great armor has been working really well. I don't have any other rest actions going on over here. So let's end her rest, and the of blood is going to go away. Move down, move down, move down. New card. A matriarch. Ooh, she looks pretty mean. All right, so we're back over to Pilot Joe. Pilot Joe's still sitting on that 5 attack and 3 defense. He's got lots of money at this point in time, so he can go after things. You can also pay, as part of this, you can pay 2 to get an additional attack. He also has some discards to get additional attack. You can heal somebody else for additional attack. What he would really like, I think, is to get a 5th item. If he gets a 5th item, he can snag this card, which is worth 5 victory points. Problem is there's no items out there yet. Also, he does not want Tanya to get that dragon, because if she takes that dragon, that's a lot of victory points. So is there a way for him to take out the dragon? He would need to travel that far down the journey track. He would need to be able to do 7 points of damage. So he's got 1, so he can pay for a +1. Then he could allow her to heal for a +1. I think that's going to be the way to do it. So he's going to pay 2 to go this far down the journey track. He's going to, going to have a bit of a problem here because he's going to take some damage, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. So he needs to get up to 7. So he's going to pay 1 to get +1, which is right there. Then he's going to, another player heals 1, get +1. So he's going to let Tanya heal 1. He's up to 7. Now the defense is 2, so he's got 3, so he's not, or the attack is 2, he's got a defense of 3, so he's not going to take any damage. Now, the red dragon's going to come out, but he says there's an immediate effect of take 2 for every shield, so we've got 3, so we're going to take 6 damage. Now the upside to that is after you resolve, we're going to heal 1, so we actually only take 5 damage. That's still a lot of damage. Okay, but we got a dragon, and we prevented Tanya from getting the dragon, so I think that was worth it. Oh, another dragon came out. Okay, Tanya's turn. Now Tanya's got some money. She likes dragons. Well, that dragon has a lot of health. I don't think that she's getting that dragon. And that dragon's got 7 attack, so yeah. All right, so she's got 3 attack and 5 defense, which she can swap around into 6 attack and 4 defense. So I think she's just going to go after this cannoneer here. So she's going to swap it. She's going to swap it around. She's going to get rid of 1 defense. She's going to use her Eye of the Tiger, -1 defense, +3 attack. So she's at 6 and 4. She can take the cannoneer out for free. All right. I think we've got a pretty good idea who's going to win this game at this point. All right, we're going to go back over to Pilot Joe. Pilot Joe is like, oh, hey, that's the item that I need. So how can I get down there to get that whip? So he's going to spend 3. Spend 3. Grab that whip. Whip it. So now he's going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4 attack and 1, 2, 3, 4 defense. With that, he earns the Master Enchanter, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So Master Enchanter says have 5 pairs of items and enchantments, which he's got. So he's going to get a bonus 5 victory points. Yes. All right. So what the whip does is I can spend 1 and then I add 2 for every 5. So that gets me some decent attack. Now, actually, we're also really close on the scar counting, so there's 3 victory points there. She's at 8, and he's at 7, so it's pretty close. All right, anyway, need another card out there. It's Tanya's turn. What's Tanya looking at? She's got 5, so she can go down the row pretty far. She's still at her 3 attack, 5 defense. Let's see here. It's been working out pretty good for her. She could go after the matriarch. I think that river dragon is just scary. So I think at this point we're going to avoid the river dragon. Let's go after the matriarch. So we need to get up to 7 attack in order to do that. So we're going to trigger our Eye of the Tiger. It'll knock us down 1 here, and we'll go up 3. So we're at 6 and 4. We can pay 1 to get an additional attack, so we're up to 7. And then we will pay 1 to travel to the matriarch. All right, so the matriarch says, she says, discard this card, other players take 3, so she can go to my stack, and then I'm going to get 1 for every 5 wounds that I take, which is not a bad place to be at. All right, so we're going to move it down, move it down. Bring out another card, a Chalice. All right, so we're over to Pilot Joe's turn. So what's Pilot Joe doing? Right now he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack and 4 defense. So that dragon, I think, is out of the question. There is, could get the of the rat. I think we'll do that just for free. We're going to get the of the rat. 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. And the reason I'm looking at that is there's this one over here where I can, well, if I discard 3, I get 15 gems. I don't know if that's worth it right now, but we'll hold that thought for a little bit. All right, so that's going to move down, move down, move down. This is going to come out. Ooh, there's the katana. That's 5 attack, but again, when you take it, when you grab it, you're going to take 4. And then if you take a monster or a dragon, you're going to take another one also. So, not very good. All right. We're on Tanya's turn. Things have been going well for Tanya, so she's back down to 3 and up to 5. She's got 3 gems sitting out there. That dragon, I don't think is an option. There's the ogre, which she could take out, and he's worth 5 victory points. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. So she's going to activate her Eye of the Tiger, which she's going to lose. She's going to lose 1 attack and go up 3 on the defense. So now she's got 2 attack and 8 defense. And that's going to allow her to take out, go 1 deep on the track, take out the ogre, who needs 1 to take him out. He attacks for 6. We've got 8 defense. Don't have to worry about it. Boom, ogre comes out. All right, end her turn. Move some stuff down. All right, we're back over to Pilot Joe. Pilot Joe, what's he doing here? Let's see here. We could go, I don't think we want to go after the, we've got 2, so we could go get the Chalice or we could get the Katana. The Chalice would give us 2 more attack. Maybe we could start going after the Samurai, which are worth a decent amount of victory points if we can travel that far. So that would get us up. Or we could go after the Katana, which is going to give us a ton of attack. We're going to take some damage if we do that. We would theoretically get the scar counting once we take that. That would give us more than enough attack to probably kill anything that comes out on the board, minus the river dragon, and maybe even the river dragon. Let's do it. Joe's got to come up with something. So he's going to get the Katana. We're going to spend 2. We're going to get the Katana. When we get the Katana, it says, I'm going to take 4, but remember after resolving, we're going to heal 1, so we're just going to take 3. We'll take 3, and actually I can turn that in. I've got 2 5s now. Now the kind of good news about that is scar counting now comes over to Joe. Let's see here. Do I have anything else I need to worry about there? I don't think so. All right, so Joe's done at this point. Now Joe's got a lot of attack. He's going to be at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. And 3 defense. You got a ton of attack. All right, so over to Tanya's side. So what's Tanya concerned about at this point in time? I think she would be concerned about Joe potentially taking out the dragon and getting 11 victory points. So either she needs to take out the dragon or she needs to rest and make it go away. Now she's got 3 attack and 5 defense. So it's looking like she can't take out the dragon. She can pay 1 to get an attack here and here. So she could bump herself up 2. So she could get to maybe like 8, but that's not enough. So she's going to take a rest. So when she takes a rest, does she have any rest stuff? So after taking a rest, she's going to take a damage. Then there's no other rest. Oh, she's going to get, after resting, she gets to take an additional gem. So she's going to get 5 gems. So 2 and a 3. All right, the dragon's going to go away. This is going to move down. This is going to move down. The samurais are going to stay still. And there's now a helmet out there. All right, so we're over to Joe's turn. What's Joe doing? So Joe is at 9 attack and 3 defense, but he's got no money, so he can't travel down the track any. So I think what he needs to do is take a rest. Does he have any other magical rest stuff? No. So he is just going to take a rest. I think he's covered up all of his rest activity things. So he's going to take a rest. He's going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The chalice is going to go away. And these 3 will move down. And the card comes out. All right, we're over to Tanya. Tanya's getting a little bit afraid that Joe's late game may kick in here and he may do okay. So what can she do here? So she's been sticking pretty strong on those 2 cards. Of jumping is kind of nice. She's got plenty, so she could go and maybe attack the samurai. If she attacks the samurai, she's got 6 attack and potentially 6. She would need 6 defense. That's the tricky thing. So she could. Let's see here. She can drop a defense to go up 3 attack. So she's up to 6. So now she can actually fight them. The thing she's got to worry about is they have 6 attack. I think she's just going to have to take that. Yep. So she's going to travel down here, which is going to cost her 4. She's got 6 attack and 4 defense, so she's going to take 2 damage. So that's going to kick her up to 11. She got those 1s for a 5, so now I've got 2 5s and a 1. Over here we've got 2 5s, so that means she gets to claim this back, but she's also killing the samurai. And that samurai doesn't move down. A new card comes out. All right. Boy, we're getting kind of stacked on space there. All right. Over to Joe's turn. What's Joe doing? How is he going to make this comeback happen? So let's see here. Defense gets him victory points, so the of jumping would not necessarily be a bad thing to get. Because that's 2 victory points. He's also got 4, so he could travel down the track to here. The of protection is also 2 defense, straight up like always. So that might be a thing to go after. That's going to cost him 3. Yeah, let's do that. So you're going to spend 3. and he's going to get this of protection. So that's 2 victory points for him. I think that's worth it. All right, problem is it takes him down to 1. All right, move down. The number of cards are getting very slim at this point in time. All right, Tanya's turn. What's Tanya looking at? So she's got 3. She can travel down to the goblins. She doesn't really want to get items at this point in time, so probably traveling down to the goblins is the best option. If she does that, she needs 1 attack and 4. That's pretty easy, so she's going to go ahead and do that. She's going to spend 3, take out these goblins. That says they get to steal 1. And when she does that, it's immediate effect. She gets to heal 1. So now she's back for tied. All right, everything's going to move down. It's our last card. All right, we're down to Pilot Joe's turn. What's Pilot Joe doing? Okay, so Pilot Joe has no money, so he can go after the of loyalty. If he gets the of loyalty, it's going to cover up his protection, but it doesn't really do anything, and he would get to unbury a target item, which would mean he would unbury something over the katana, which I don't think he wants to do. So I think he's going to rest this turn. So let's see here. When he rests, he's just going to get 4. He's going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the reason I'm having him rest is I want to have mobility into further down the stack and maybe get some more victory points. All right. So we're going to move these down. 2, 3, 4. Boop. All right. It's going to be Tanya's turn. Now, again, Tanya's only got 1. So she's got the of jumping or the helmet that she could go after. And I don't think she wants to go after either of those. So, well, kind of fortunately and unfortunately, she's going to take a rest, which is going to get her 4. Now, the unfortunate side of her taking a rest, and get 4, is that she takes a damage when she takes a rest. So that brings her back up to 11, but that helps lock in the scar counting. So it's unfortunate, but kind of fortunate because it does help. All right, so we're going to move these down. And then we're back over to Pilot Joe's turn. So now Pilot Joe has 4. He can go as deep into the track as he wants there. The most victory points are from the Samurai. The Minotaur would allow him to heal 1 and get some more money, but I don't know that money helps a whole lot at this point. All right. The other things that would be nice. So right now we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attack, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defense. Wow. That's a pretty good set of stats there. I think he's going to go ahead and take on that Samurai because it's worth 6 victory points. So he's going to attack the Samurai. He's going to have to spend 3 to go down that far. He's going to take out the Samurai. Let's see here. The Samurai is doing 6, and we've only got 5 defense, so we're going to take a point of damage. After taking a monster, I get 1. Got that little ability hidden there. Oh, after taking a monster or a dragon, I take another point of damage. So I get another point of damage. All right. Good news there is we get to take scar counting back because now we have the most wounds. And then we're done. All right, so we're back over to Tanya. So what's Tanya doing? She's got plenty of money. She can go anywhere she wants in the track. She has 5 defense and the 3 attack still. So what does she go after? She could go after the Ronin. The Minotaur is probably the thing to go after. So she's going to go ahead and she needs 5 attack to take him on. So she's going to reduce her defense by 1, crank her attack up by 3, so she's 6 and 4, which allows her to take out the Minotaur. She'll spend the 1 to travel that far down. And then, let's see here. He's got an immediate effect which says take 2 for every 5 wounds. We also have, after resolve immediate effect, heal 1. So we're going to get 2 for every 5 wounds. That means that she's going to get 4. And then we're going to get the heal 1. And he's going to go over here to the stack. Ronan's going to move down. It's going to be Pilot Joe's turn. What's Pilot Joe going to do? Pilot Joe is going to, let's see, if he gets the helmet, that feeds into his 1 for each. And that's free. Or he could get the Ronin, and the Ronin's worth 1. But it doesn't really help him out that much. I think he will take the helmet for free. Up. All right. And the Ronin's going to scoot down 1. What we're looking at over here is Tanya, for her last action, can fight the Ronin. He's free, so might as well. I don't see any reason not to fight the Ronin. I'm going to fight the Ronin. There we go. All right, so we're completed. It's done. All right, we're going to figure out victory points, and this could take a little while. So let's try to count them out as best we can here. All right, so let's take a look at our card here real fast. So final score is going to be glory points, -1 for each wound, and then glory points is described on the card, on the location card. So our location card right here, just to validate, has, normally that would be over in this area here, nothing. So we're not getting any victory points from the location card. So we're looking at what's on the board here minus what we've earned there. All right. So let's do some Pilot Joe math here. Boy, this is, I'm looking around for some counters because it's going to be tough to keep track of all of this. Maybe I'll use some blood counters here to try to keep track of it. All right. Our victory points. Let's see what we have just basic there. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 11 is 24, plus 6 is 30, 31. So I see 31, and then I get 1 for each shield. So 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So at 37, and then we're going to take away for what's out here. So there's 12 out here. So 37 minus 12 is going to be 25. So let's see here. 25 is 5 5s. So let's see here. How am I going to remember that? We'll just go like this. 2 1s and a 5. 10's digit and then 5. There we go. 25. That's how many we've got for Pilot Joe. All right, now let's take a look at Tanya. So Tanya doesn't get any bonus from the quest, so let's start counting cards here. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 5 is 12, 13, plus 11 is 24, 25, 26, 29, plus another 11 is 40, 42, 46, 47, 48, 49. So she's at 49. She's going to get 1 for each defense. So 49 plus 5 is 54. And then 3 for every dragon. So 54. I think there's only 1 dragon. 54, 57. So I think we're at 57. We've got minus 10, which is going to put her at 47. So 1, 2, there's our 10s column. 3, 4, and we've got a 5 spot somewhere. Here's a 5. 5, 6, 7. All right, so we had 25 to 47. Yep, Tanya walked away with the win there. So it looked like getting the armor and the Eye of the Tiger worked out really well for her. I think that was a great combo. Joe was coming, it seemed to me like Joe was coming back at the end there, but the early dragons, she got a lot of victory points kind of right in the middle of the game there that made it really tough for Pilot Joe to come back there. So there we go. There's a walkthrough of a 2-player Enchanters game with the quests. So the new addition was the quests. We've got a couple of new sets out there, which were what did I have? I had the pirates, and then I had the samurai out there with that samurai thing where they kind of get stuck at the beginning of the play there and kind of hang out there. Plus, the really interesting weapons, the great armor and the katana, both of those seem to really affect the gameplay and what I did during the game for each of those characters. So pretty cool. Kind of like those sets. So that worked out pretty well. So I imagine there's something that I missed in there. Let me know in the comments below what it is. Hopefully I caught most of it, but as I tend to play these games, I tend to miss a thing or two. So it's good to get those corrections in there so that other people that watch this video, I can post little links up there to say, don't do that because I did it wrong. So let me know if I did do something wrong so we can make sure everybody else knows how to play correctly. But pretty happy with that playthrough. These go a little bit longer than I like with a lot of the other stuff. So that's why I kind of chopped it up into 2 episodes here. But I think I will do some more Enchanters in the future. Maybe even mix it up and get the Overlord cards back in there, get some of the wounds back in there. And I'd also like to try with the Mythic card in there, see which one of those, because the Mythic cards look pretty mean, so to get one of those in there in the mix and see how that works out. So anyway, that's it for now, and we'll get back to some more Marvel Champions pretty soon, I think, here. So that's it, and thanks for watching.